It's a really gloomy Saturday afternoon here in England, and I thought there's no better afternoon to do some sewing like today. I want to challenge myself to sew 2 bags in one afternoon. It's almost 1:30 now, and I'd love to have both of the bags done before bedtime. That's the goal for today. I am a little bit ahead, so I don't know if that's cheating, but I have already cut out my fabric from the pattern pieces. I have the small version of my Iris Tote Bag and I have the large version of my Iris Tote Bag. So for the small version, I've got this checkered type woolly material and a cream ruffle, which I think is going to look really cute in the small version. And then for the large version, I'm doing something which has been sitting on my Pinterest boards for a while. I am going to make myself a lace version. I'm not quite sure how this will go with the seams. I've got a very fine mesh tulle to line it with, so we'll see how it goes. I just need to try and keep everything as neat as possible. Okay, so I'm about to get sewing so we can get everything done by this evening, and let me know now in the comments which one you think is going to turn out better, the large lace version or the small checkered version. Let me know. As always, I've got my cup of tea and I'm ready to get sewing. As I said before, a lace bag has been on my Pinterest and to make for a while now, and I think that the Iris Tote Bag pattern is perfect for this. I originally designed the pattern in the large size to be a hold-all tote, which was functional yet also beautiful. I think that doing it in this lace is going to really elevate that design choice. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm sewing, I always have to be listening to something, whether that's music or an audiobook. I have recently started listening to the dramatised version of Fourth Wing. I already read the book last year and I loved it. The dramatised audiobook is fantastic and it really immerses you into the whole experience. I don't know when the 4th book is going to be out, but listening to the audiobook has really got me excited for it. I don't know if you guys are romantasy lovers as well, but in the last 2 years I have gotten so into that genre. It's all I can read. Let me know in the comments if you like to listen to anything whilst you're sewing as well. Back to the bag now. I've just started on the ruffles for the bag and I love the ruffles in this bag design. I love anything with a ruffle or a frill. It just makes me feel really girly and happy. I think that they add a really nice touch to the bag, so it's not so flat and it's a little bit more 3-dimensional. It just adds an extra special touch, I think. I love this part of the whole sewing process with the Iris bag. It's when you turn everything to the right side out and you can see the bag finally taking shape and it looks incredible. I'm coming back with a mid-afternoon check-in now. It is 4 PM, so I've done about 2.5 hours with a few breaks in between, and I have finished my first bag. I'm so happy with the way it's turned out. I'll make sure to include some nice close-up shots at the end of the video. I've hacked my original pattern just a little bit, so with this version of the bag I haven't quilted it because obviously it's the sheer lace and it's supposed to be sheer, so when I'm wearing it at summertime you can see all my essentials like my sunglasses. And then also another thing I've done is I haven't added the bow tie closure just because I want it to feel very loose and relaxed, like you could just throw something into it. So now I'm moving on to my checkered small version of the Iris bag pattern. This is the fabric that I will be using for this version, and this one I am going to quilt, so I'm going to do the quilting and the bow tie closure as well. Now's also a good time to mention the pattern for the Iris bag is currently available on my Etsy page, which I will link in the description below. But I'm also working on something really exciting, which hopefully I will be launching soon, which is my own website, which I'm really excited to have up and running. The thing I'm most excited about launching my own website is that I'll be able to include free resources and sewing advice. Anyone can go there to not just look for patterns, also look at some of my posts on tips and tricks and different sewing techniques, how to make changes, adjustments, everything like that. So I'm really excited for when that launches, so you will have to keep a close eye out for that one. Okay, let's get sewing our second bag of the afternoon. I actually don't know if I prefer a big bag or a small bag. I think that they are both great in their own ways. I do think that small bags make you feel more organised because you can actually find everything in your bag. You only need a couple of your essentials like your lip balm, your keys, your purse, your sunnies, and then you're good to go. But with a big bag, you obviously have to be rooting around for everything. But either way, I love them both. Okay, so this bag already feels completely different to the large lace version. If the large lace one is spring picnic energy, then this one is definitely an everyday coffee run type of bag. I love this check fabric. I actually don't know where I got it from because it has been in my stash for years. It might have even been secondhand gifted to me off of someone. I'm at the midway point with my small Iris bag now, and I just wanted to do a quick check-in to show you how it's coming along so far. So these are my main panels. So I've got 2 of those, and this is the second one, which I have already pinned the ruffle and the bow tie to. For the quilting, I've decided to go a little bit different to my original pattern. In the original, I have a diagonal diamond shaped quilting, but you can really choose your own for the quilting. And I've just gone off the checkered pattern that I've already got on the fabric to make these rectangle kind of shapes, because I think it will lend itself really nicely to the design of this fabric. I'm going to put these 2 pieces together and attach the lining and the strap. At this point, I was definitely starting to question why I wanted to make 2 bags in one afternoon. It was a little bit of a challenge to myself just to prove how much I could actually do in a short amount of time. I did actually take a sneaky little break around this time to just go and have some dinner, walk the dog and clear my head a little bit so that I didn't get too frustrated with any of my sewing. I've learned over the years it's definitely best to just take a break if you need it, because when you're tired, that's when you start making the most mistakes. Okay, it's about 8 o'clock now and I've just finished the second bag, the small version, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. I think the only thing I would change for next time is I would have made the lining a less noticeable colour, but I just used what I had around and about so I didn't waste any fabric. I would also say that I probably would have chosen a slightly different fabric for the ruffle, as it ended up being quite hard to work with, just because this satiny material was actually quite stiff. So I think next time I would choose a lighter weight fabric just for the ruffle. In terms of the finished bag though, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Obviously I'm wearing a jumper with it today, but I've just made the strap just long enough to fit it round my shoulder so it can be a nice little shoulder bag, as well as being able to just carry it in your hand like this. I made a couple changes from my original pattern. So as I said before, I just changed the way I did the quilting. I also changed the thickness of the bow ties. I wanted something quite small and delicate. In the pattern as well, the strap length is sort of the suggested length, but you can really make it as long or as short as you want. That helps for individual body proportions if you want to put it over your shoulder. But I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. This is both of them side by side. Let me know which one your favourite is, which one you think turned out the best. I think both of them are great for different occasions, but I have to say the lace one turned out exactly as I was envisioning it. I just think it's beautiful, and hopefully I will get lots of use out of it. I think for the more everyday situation, if you're just running to the shop and you want to throw your keys and your purse in, this one will be perfect. So I think that both are great for both situations. I think this video just goes to show how quick the Iris bag pattern is to sew. I made both of these this afternoon and I can start wearing them tomorrow. I'm going to skip ahead now to tomorrow morning, where I'm going to hopefully get some really nice close-up shots of the final bags for you. It's actually crazy how different the same pattern can look for 2 different fabrics. It really shows how much the fabric choice matters. I also think that sewing 2 versions of the same bag teaches you something new every time. I've made little changes to both of these and I think that they both come out looking great. I think this afternoon has summed up for me my favourite thing about sewing. It's really never the same project twice. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you loved this video and give it a like, and don't forget that the pattern link is in the description below if you're interested in trying it out for yourself.